my target revenue for the year is $3 million. All right. And simple math, you take 3 million divided by 12 and you have 250,000 per month. Now, you need to figure what this is. 12,500. I'm just plugging this in based on historical data. I'm plugging this number in, 20% close, right? And let me explain this one. I think I have a slide and I'll come back. I'm gonna explain this. So we know that when you book a lead, it doesn't always turn into a presentation, right? We know that. What I've learned is that the companies that have a higher frequency of pitching one-leggers, this number here, I mean, they'll sometimes run and pitch over 90% of the leads that get booked. The companies that require both homeowners to be there, sometimes when that lead gets to be confirmed and they call the day before and want to make sure it's still a good time for Mr. and Mrs. Jones, some, sometimes those leads get rescheduled or sometimes they kick. It's just, it's what happens. So I like measuring both of these because how they get booked matters. And if there's an area of improvement that needs to happen in the company, I definitely want to know about it. So that is an area that I'm measuring. I'm using the number 80%. I'm going to go back in a slide here. So I am taking the average sale of 12,500 and I am dividing that number by my monthly goal. And that's going to tell me how many presentations that I need to give. So if I'm trying to hit 250,000 per month, I divide this by my average sale, 12,500. It's going to require that I bring in 20 sales for the month. All right. So I need 20 sales. Now, if I only close 20% of those, I need to take the number of sales that came up here and divide it by my closing percentage of 20%. That means I need to give 100 presentations in the month. All right. Now, I just covered that not all the appointments that I set turn into presentations. And I'm using a number based on historical data of 80%. So 80% of leads that I schedule or that our office schedules turn into presentations where there's a price at the end of the job and we close it or don't close it. But if I take that 100 leads that I need to get my 20 sales and I divide it by 80 or times it by 80%, I now need 125 leads booked for the month to hit my monthly goal of